Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video I want to share with you a blues rock classic. We're going to dive into how to play Bring It On Home as recorded by Led Zeppelin on guitar. Now this song kicks off with a sort of long form, just bluesy vamp at the beginning that is Page and Plant just going back and forth. Of course, Plant is singing and playing harmonica and Jimmy Page accompanying him. And then we kick into this really cool rock groove in the middle of the song, play some great riffs, and then it goes back to the blues at the end. And I'm going to walk you through all of that step by step in this video. But before we dive into the lesson, I want to hook you up with something right away and give you an awesome resource. And it has to do with tuning. Let me ask you, have you ever struggled with getting your guitar in tune without a tuner? Well, if so, I want to tell you about a secret method that I came up with that no one's talking about. And using this method, I was able to fix my tuning problems on guitar and be able to grab a guitar, get it right in tune right away. And I boiled it down to just 5 simple steps, and I wrote them out, just bullet points and action steps in a PDF guide, and I want to give it to you completely for free so you can always have your guitar in tune as well. Just go to johnmclennan.com/tuning and you can download it right there as my gift to you. So hope you enjoy that, and with that said, let's break it down. All right, so this song kicks off with a bluesy figure. We're in the key of E, and it goes like this. We're using a classic shuffle figure here, starting on the low E string and then the 2nd fret. And we're gonna play those 2 notes, and then we're gonna move up to 0 and 4 there. So that 2nd fret goes up to the 4th fret. Now for this, I am using what's called a palm muting technique with my palm here on the strings, and that takes just a little bit of ring out of the note like this. So we're gonna go up 0-2 to 0-4, then come back to 0-2. Then on the last beat, we're gonna do this little lick. We're gonna hammer from 3 to 4 on the low E string, and then play the 2nd fret of the A string. So, and they're all 8th notes, but that last one is a triplet. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2. And we just loop that around and jam on that on E. So that's like the first minute and 10 seconds or so of the song. And then when Plant sings, "Take my seat a right way back," then we go, "Take my seat a right way back." We go to what's called the 4 chord here. So this is just like what you see in tons of blues songs. It's like a 12-bar blues here. We're going to the A. We're gonna play the open A string and the 2nd fret. So I'm gonna shift that riff just down 1 string. So here it is on E, and then here it is on A. So we're gonna do that 4 times. Take my seat a right way back. 2 more times. And last one. What's this train roll down the track? And back to E 4 times. All right, from there we do the little turnaround, and this is where they sing, "Gonna bring it on home, gonna bring it on home, bring it on home to you." All right, so here we move this blues figure up to the 7th and 9th fret. I'm playing 7 on the low E and 9 on the A string. Now here I'm just gonna do a very common thing where this goes up and I put my pinky down on the 11th fret of the A string. So I'm gonna rock back and forth there. It's like a power chord, and then we reach up. Then go down 2 frets to A, 5th fret, then back home to E with that E figure. it again. B, A, and then slide down and just play the E chord. Just open and 2 there. So the final part is gonna bring it on home, bring it on home to E. And then do it again, and B, A, and E. All right, from there we go into the main riff, and this kicks it up a notch. We go from kind of a clean guitar tone to a more distorted tone and play this. All right, so I'm starting out on the open A string, then play the 2nd fret, then open 4th string, then 2nd fret. So it's the same on both strings. Then play the low E. Then we bend up the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. It's gonna go a whole step, then bring it down and play 2, 1, 2, 1, then finish on 2 of the 4th string. So, and I'm really kind of thinking about that E chord. Rhythmically, you could count it like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a restart. Now the second time, we just leave off the last 2 notes and we end on that 2nd fret. So 2, 1, 2 on the 3rd string. So all together. So that's your main riff. Now, Jimmy Page played some really cool harmonies to this riff as well. And one of them that he did was, I call it just an octave up. It goes like this. So I'll just play that slowly and say the fret numbers here. 7, 9, 7, 9, then 7 on the 5th string. Then go up to 10 on the 2nd string. And then bring it down, 10, 9, 10, 9, and then 9 on the 3rd string. So then do the same thing again, but leave the last 2 notes off. So it mirrors this. Again, just an octave up. Now, the next harmony goes like this. And this is kind of based off your E shape way up here. I'll say the fret numbers again. 12, 13, 12, 14, 13. Bend 14, this time a half step. Then 14, 12, 14, 12, 13. Then again, leave off the last 2, so just end on that 14. So those are actually the 3 guitar parts that make up the riff. Now, if you're playing this on one guitar, I usually opt for that first one that I showed you. From there, we go into this awesome funky riff, and Plant comes in singing with the band. Here we're gonna play this. So here we're using double stops, and I'm playing the 4th fret of the 3rd string and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. I'm gonna play that once and then play down, up, muted. So it's the double stop, then down, up, muted. Then go to another double stop here. This is 2 and 2 on those same strings. Play that, then down, up, mute. So it's... Then we're gonna do a hammer from the open 3rd string to the 1st fret. And that's gonna be just 0 to 1 there, and then again, those muted strums. Now, here's where it actually alternates in the riff. So we're gonna play the 3rd fret of the low E to the A string on the first time. So, and then the second time we go down to the low E, we go. So the first time A, second time E. But other than that, we just cycle the riff around. So. Then, of course, we go back to the main figure, and this is how we get out of it. We go. We hold that 2nd fret. Now, at this point in the tune, we actually segue back to the turnaround progression of the blues. So that's gonna take us up to the B chord. Gonna bring it on home, bring it on home to you. And we do how we ended the first part. Go up to B, A, all right, so what I did there was this classic Jimmy Page ending lick, and I love this part. What I'm gonna do is play the 9th fret of the 4th string and the 9th fret of the 2nd string, and it looks like an A chord just way up here at the 9th fret. Then I'm gonna put my pinky on the 12th fret of the 1st string. And I use hybrid picking, so my pick plays the 4th string and my middle finger plays the 2nd string at the same time, like this. And then play that 1st string, then go back to the hybrid picking. So it's... Then we move the index finger up 1 fret, do the same thing again. Then we're gonna move it up again, but here I switch to just these 2 fingers because that's easier for me. I play the middle and the ring on fret 11 there for the 4th and 2nd strings. Then move it up to 12 and 12 and kind of slide off. So now you can play a low E before all of this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now what I did after the slide was play the low E and then play this chord, E7. I just play basically a 3-note chord there, 7, 6, 7, starting on the 5th string. So all together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So it starts off with that blues section, goes into the rock jam in the middle, and then brings it back to blues at the very end. So rewind the video and go over any sections that are unclear and then try and put it all together. And remember that through all of this, you've got to make sure that your guitar is in tune. So be sure to grab my tuning guide at the first link down below. And this basically is going to show you the method that I used to fix my tuning problems. I'm able to tune without a guitar tuner and tune by ear, and it just made things so much easier. I wish someone explained this to me early on. So I want to give it to you completely for free. So just go to johnmclennan.com/tuning to grab this guide, and that way you can always get your guitar right in tune. So hope you enjoy that. And for more Led Zeppelin, be sure to watch this video next.